Hi guys. So today I am doing a reading. I've already done the readings and took pictures. I'll just go over them a little faster than I've been doing before. I realize most people are not necessarily interested in the cards themselves. They just want to know what is going to happen according to the overall story. So I'll do that, and uh, it will be a little shorter than the other one. So yesterday there was testimony of Michael Cohen, Donald Trump's personal lawyer and a longtime friend. And someone asked about him and what's going to happen. I had him on my list, but I was not going to get to him until later. But then since it just happened yesterday, and he's one of those people that I personally, he seems very unlikable and uninteresting in many ways, but in a way because of that, because I don't think of him very highly, and that because he at least he's not in the government. There's not a lot of like it's not very high stakes whatever happens to him. So in a way it's easier to do those sort of readings because you don't have it's like it's just he seems in a way to be a lesser figure. So I did the readings, and I did it three different times because I couldn't. The first one, I was like, whoa, is this really happening? It seemed so strange. The second time, I did it, and I did a third time just to make sure I get the story. So basically, he has the best outcome out of everybody. And the cards just say very quickly. It's again, I just want to clarify this. I'm not saying that this is going to happen or anything. I'm just reading what's written on basically reading the images of the cards and putting the story together. And I'm just again reading the story of what's in the cards, and what the cards are saying is that things are going to end pretty well for him, and that he's talking to Miller. Actually, he has the reading I described here, 1A, basically says very quickly that he has secrets about this sort of emotionally unbalanced man, and he has secrets about well, that there's a house. So it's like a book man house, of meaning man has secrets about real estate, and then he has all these things up in the air about these real estate deals. And what's important about brief, the first brief part of the reading, is that there's secrets talking about secrets, willingly talking about secrets. Men with real estate secrets is willing to talk about them. That's literally what it's saying. So um, that's the story. And then reading 1B, I pull out Miller, and I ask what was his legal fate be according to Miller's investigation. And so this is the second reading that I did yesterday. And so then it says here, financial dealings that were disputed, and long-term trip, and losing a financial standing. So um, basically, what it looks like is that Miller will get him through these financial dealings that were disputed, and he's going on this is what I don't, and I was like, what does this mean? Like, is he going away? Is he going to escape? And then there's a card. If I look at the tarot cards underneath, there's a card of illusions and then a lot of worry, and then like somebody worried about something foreign. But this like going away for a long time. I mean, it could say he's going to prison, but something about it tells me, and because I had done this reading before, the one I did before, I thought, oh, there must be something wrong. And it said clearly there was like a loyal man is key to secrets. And I was like, okay. And I just was like, it was hard to believe because he acts so guilty, and he's so involved in everything. And then I realized, okay, it looks like he's talking to Miller or something like that. That's what I get about this first part of the reading. He's talking to Miller. He decides to talk to Miller. He um, gives away these documents, or he talks about these disputed financial documents, and then I thought, he he does it disappear because of the illusions? It's like illusions and worries, and then losing. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he gets under protection or something like that, because I don't see how he can go back to normal life after, if the investigation really does find all these things against um, Trump. I did it today. I did a third reading actually, just to make sure, just to figure out what is going on here. Like what I just, because I honestly find it so hard to believe that that's what's going to happen. Like my logic mind's like, no way, are you serious? Like, anyway, so then I did this again, and what it's saying here. Okay, so for the reading 2A, with the three columns, it's like a man. I put in the center, is he going to prison? Basically, like the prison card and him in the center. And above him is justice and money. So like the story would say, I feel like there's like interesting um just like side stories. Like there's like a woman with money and commitment. And then basically like the man with the real estate has an opportunity. He makes a choice to maybe betray and leave. And so what I see here is a woman with a real estate, and he makes a choice. Um, a, and a choice leads to some sort of like betrayal or problem, and goes away. So actually the future looks good for him. This is what I find it so baffling. It looks really good for him, but the card in the future is commitment, opportunity, and a positive change. So, but what I see here in context of what I asked and the justice card, it's like he makes a deal with justice. He gets an opportunity through this deal, and he goes away for something better. And if I look at the cards underneath, it's a card of disappointment, like and then leaving a kind of a plateau, like undoing something bad that he had done, and then in a way getting to an end of something, but kind of like he was get good for him, but then he had to like leave or put everything away. So it would make sense. Everything to me, if anything, I'm not sure about the whole prison thing, but what it looks very clear to me is that he's definitely going to talk to Miller, and then he's going to make a deal with Miller. And then on the second part of the top, because I do one reading and then on top and the other one at the same time, a little like a shorter one with the Mueller here, the King of Swords. So it says, I asked, so what will Miller decide regarding Michael Cohen? So it says that at the beginning there was he wasn't sure if he was gonna cooperate or like talk about their plans or whatever. And it shows a Rem and Pamper reversed, which is like turning the authoritarian emperor. It's like the bad side of leadership, basically. And then news of a partnership. And again, since the question was, what will Miller decide to do regarding Michael Cohen? I feel like it goes from lack of clarity to Michael Cohen willingly wanting to um, say something about this authoritarian figure, and this is announced because the rider card is a card of news, and right underneath is a card of partnership. So I feel like it will come to be known that he has made a deal with Miller, and it will become public. So that's all it is. That's all it's saying, and I don't know what's going to happen about this, or what's that's all it says, really. That's really the bottom line. It's very clear about this, and I don't know other than I don't know anything more about this. I don't know. I don't think he's going to prison, but again, the only real certainty that the cards show is that he's talking, he's going to talk, and that this eventually will become public, that he's going to talk. I mean, I don't know if he's talking right now, but that's what it says, that eventually he's going to decide to do. You have to remember that he's actually a lawyer, even though he's like obviously corrupt, it looks like. He does make a decision to um, to talk. So that's what it's saying. Okay. I hope that answers your questions. Okay. Bye.